Hello friends, today we will do chapter number 1, Alice and the Mouse. She heard something splashing about in the pool a little way off, and she swam nearer to make out what it was. At first she thought it must be walrus or hippopotamus, but then she remembered how small she was now, and she soon made out that it was only a mouse that had slipped in like herself. Would it be of any use now, thought Alice, to speak to this mouse? Everything is so out of the way down here that I should think very likely I can talk. At any rate, there's no harm in trying. So she began. Oh mouse, do you know the way out of this pool? I am very tired of swimming about here. Oh mouse! The mouse looked at her rather inquisitively and seemed to her to wink with one of its little eyes, but it said nothing. Perhaps it doesn't understand English, thought Alice. So she began again. Quest ma chatte, which was the first sentence in her French lesson book. The mouse gave a sudden leap out of the water and seemed to shiver with fright. Oh, I beg your pardon, cried Alice hastily, afraid that she had hurt the poor animal's feelings. I quite forgot you didn't like cats. No, like cats, cried the mouse in a shrill, passionate voice. Would you cats like if you were me? Well, perhaps not, said Alice in a soothing tone. Don't be angry about it. Are you? Are you fond of dogs? The mouse began swimming away from her as hard as it could. So she said softly, Mouse, dear, do come back again, and we won't talk about cats or dogs either, if you don't like them. When the mouse heard this, it turned round and swam slowly back to her. Its face was pale, and it said in a trembling voice, Let us go to the show, and then I will tell you my history. Mine is a long and sad tale, said the mouse, turning to Alice and sighing. It is a long tale, certainly, said Alice, looking down with wonder at the mouse's tail. But why do you call it sad? And she kept on pulling about it, while the mouse, speaking so that her idea of the tale was something like this. Furry said to a mouse that he met in the house, Let us both go to law. I will prosecute you. Come, I will talk no denial. We must have a trial. For really this morning I have nothing to do, said the mouse to the crow. Such a trial, dear sir, with no jury or edge, would be wasting our breath. I will be judge, I will be jury, said cunning old furry. I will try the whole cause and condemn you to death. You are not attending, said the mouse to Alice severely. What are you thinking of? I beg your pardon, said Alice very humbly. You had got to the fifth bend, I think. I had not, cried the mouse, sharply and very angrily. Not? Said Alice, always ready to make herself useful and looking anxiously about her. Oh, do let me help to I shall do nothing of the sort, said the mouse, getting up and walking away. You insult me by talking such nonsense. I didn't mean it, pleaded poor Alice. But you are so easily offended. You know, the mouse only growled in reply. Please come back and finish your story, Alice called after him, and the others all joined in chorus. Yes, please do. But the mouse only shook his head impatiently and walked a little quicker. What a pity he wouldn't say, sighed the lorry as soon as he was quite out of sight, and an old crab took the opportunity of saying to her daughter, Ah, my dear, let this be a lesson to you, never to lose your temper. Hold your tongue, ma, said the young crab, a little snappishly. You are enough to try the patience of an oyster. I wish I had our dinner here. I know I do, said Alice aloud, addressing nobody in particular. She did soon fetch him back. And who is Jinha, if I might venture to ask the question, said the lorry. Alice replied eagerly, for she was always ready to talk about her pet, Dinah's our cat, and she is such a capital one for catching mice, you can't think. And oh, I wish you could see her after the birds. Why, she will eat a little bird as soon as look at it. This speech caused a remarkable sensation among the party. Some of the birds hurried off at once. One old magpie began wrapping itself up very carefully, remarking, I really must be getting home. The night air doesn't suit my throat. And a canary called out in trembling voice to its children, Come away, my dears. It's high time you were all in bed. On various pretexts, they all moved off and Alice was soon left alone. I wish I hadn't mentioned dinner, she said to herself in a melancholy or unhappy voice. Nobody seems to like her down here, and I am sure she is the best cat in the world. Oh, my dear Dinah, I wonder if I shall ever see you any more. And here poor Alice began to cry again, for she felt very lonely and low-spirited. In a little while, however, she again heard a little pattering of footsteps in the distance, and she looked up eagerly, half hoping that the mouse had changed his mind and was coming back to finish his story. From Alice's Adventures in Wonderland by Lewis Carroll. Thank you, friends. Bye-bye.